Hello and welcome back to my channel. In this video I thought it would be interesting to take a look at what the person on your mind has been telling their friends about you. And we are going to be taking a look at both the truth of the situation and then what this person has been saying. So I just thought that that might make an interesting video. And with that said, please feel free to pause the video, pick whichever pile is speaking the most to you, and let's get into it. Hello Pile 1 and welcome to your reading where we are going to find out some stuff about what has this person been telling their friends about you. I thought this sounded like a fun video idea and we'll just get some insights, and we're gonna start out by hearing about what the truth of your connection with this person is. And then we're going to get into the tarot where we are going to find out what this person has been telling their friends about you. And, you know, obviously there might be some discrepancy there. And so we're going to just kind of figure that out and try to get some insight. So with that said, we are going to start with this is a tarot card, but we're using it like an oracle card. And this is going to be about what is the truth of this situation between you and this person, and it looks pretty good. We have the Ten of Pentacles here. The associated crystal is malachite, and the affirmation on this card says, I celebrate everything I achieve. And for me, like immediately, Ten of Pentacles, when we're talking about our connection with somebody else, this is like, if this is a romantic connection or has the potential to become a romantic connection, then the truth of the matter is that this person sees you as long-term commitment potential. They see you as marriage material. They see you as, I want a future. I want the, like, 2.5 kids, white picket fence, golden retriever lifestyle. You know, if that resonates for you, that's kind of the stereotypical, I want to go the distance with this person. So, yeah, and long-term commitment, 10, Pentacles commitment, 10 is the most. So definitely, if this is a romantic connection, basic message, this person sees you as marriage material. They want to have, like, build a home and family with you, whatever that means for the both of you. And this is a very positive card. Like, this person, the truth of the matter is that this person feels very strongly and very positively about you, and you're somebody that they feel like they want to commit to. If this is not a romantic connection, then I think that the message is still pretty similar, because I would still interpret this as, long-term commitment, but it could just be in the sense of like having like a ride or die style friendship, where just like, I want to be in this person's life forever. They're my best friend. I feel like I can, see us, like, I'm getting an image of two people like sitting on a veranda, drinking iced tea as like two old ladies, just like sharing about their, like, we've been best friends for 30 years and we're, discussing our lives, etc. So, definitely Ten of Pentacles, very positive message. That the truth of the matter is this person feels very positively about you, and they want to be in your life forever. Like, it's a full long-term commitment, and it could even be like this person wants to be part of your family. And again, like, that could be, we could interpret it obviously in a romantic sense, but this can also be saying like they want to be part of your soul family in this lifetime. And what's also interesting is that I celebrate everything I achieve. The word achieve here is interesting to me because it's giving me the sense of like needing to earn all 10 pentacles, and there's a an achievement focus here, right? And so this could be saying like achieving different relationship milestones. They want to do that with you. That might be something that is very important to them. They might be very traditional, or like that, as I said, it could even apply to a friendship, or this could be like a work relationship, where this person could be like a coworker, or it might be somebody that you work with, in which case I think that they're really excited about your work relationship, and the things that the two of you will be able to achieve together. And I mean, the basic way to interpret this card for me is that this person sees a future with you, regardless of whatever ends up coming out in this reading. So again, the Ten of Pentacles right off the bat, very positive message there. And then we'll get 2 more cards about the truth of the situation. Ooh, okay, this is interesting. So we have the Mule, which says, someone is extremely stubborn and unwilling to change. And that could be this person's energy. And this could be how they feel about you, but I don't know about that. With the Ten of Pentacles, and this was something that was coming up when I was thinking about this, but I didn't want to make the assumption, so I didn't mention it. You might not want a Ten of Pentacles with this person. Just take that however it resonates. But it could be that, as I was saying, like, and this person might be like really traditional, and they might not be like willing to be flexible. And like, I can say this because I'm a Taurus. I'm an earth sign. I'm very fixed and I can be stubborn. I recognize this about myself. It takes a lot. When I have my heart set on something, or like my mind focused on something, it takes a lot for me to adjust my course. Like, you know, and so I can recognize that about myself. And then we have the Pentacles associated with earth, and then this Mule and you know, kind of a stubborn, more fixed energy. This person might be like dead set on having a really very specific vision of what the future of their connection with you is going to look like. And they might not be willing to compromise if that resonates for you. Or the other way we could interpret this is if this is how they see you. It might be, first of all, it might be a projection. You know, if they have a very specific idea of what they want, and then you're saying, well, that doesn't work for me, you know, then they'll be like, oh, you know, pile 1 is so stubborn, when in reality, they're the one who's being stubborn and unwilling to change. So it could be a projection. And then it could also be that, you know, this is the way that they see you, because you might have had like one specific interaction where you might have it might have even been something like enforcing one of your personal boundaries with this person, and they didn't like that, and they might have seen that as you being stubborn. So just take that however it resonates. There are like a few different interpretations of that, but definitely like Ten of Pentacles is very, very, it's a very specific idea of what we want the future to be like. If you know, that's the interpretation that's coming to me. So I wanted to say that, and then and then we have Wedge, which says someone is trying to come between you and a friend or something you want, which is interesting. So this might be the truth of this situation, where this person feels strongly about you. And if this is a romantic connection, they see you as marriage material. They want a commitment with you. They want to build a life with you. They want to achieve all of the relationship milestones with you. This is the truth of the situation, right? These are their true feelings about you. And if it's a friendship, it's the same thing. Like, you are somebody worth committing to in the long term. Like, this is like 30 years being my best friend. As I was saying in the example that I gave, you know, like this is, I recognize that I want to go the distance in our relationship with you. But then we have these 2 cards, and they're creating a blockage or a tension or these are the complications. This is the complication here. Someone being stubborn, whether it's you or whether it's this person, and then someone trying to drive this could be a third party. It could be somebody who's whispering in this person's ear, because they know what they want. They know what their feelings about you are. You know, they know that you are worth committing to in whatever sense we're talking about. And they might have somebody who's like maybe jealous of that. They might have somebody in their life who's just like whispering in their ear, saying, like, telling them, you know, this reading is about what are they telling their friends about you. They might have a friend who's telling them about you, and there might be telling lies about you. And there's another way we could interpret this where, again, there could be a way to interpret this as with the Mule energy and then this Wedge energy. Somebody has set their sights on you. They have a very specific idea of the kind of life they want to have with you. They are not willing to change or compromise based on what you want. This is all about what they want. And then they might be trying to separate you from your friends and your support system. And that's abusive behavior. Just want to say, like, red flag right there. And it could be saying trying to come between you and something you want, stubborn and unwilling to change, having a very specific idea of what kind of future they want. And this could be their true feelings are. They only want to have the type of relationship with you that they want, and they're not willing to have like an equal exchange with you about what your ideas for the relationship are. Again, whether this is like platonic or romantic. So either way, this is interesting because it's like Spirit's giving us a peek behind the curtain here, you know, in terms of, you know, what's really going on inside this person's head. And it's like, again, I'm just getting the impression this person has a real stubborn streak, and it's in an unhealthy way where they're not willing to change, they're not willing to compromise, and they just want to have the very specific type of relationship that they want. And it's like what you want doesn't even factor in, and they're going to do everything in their power to change your perspective so that you will want what they want, instead of listening to you, you know, and being willing to say, okay, you know, I can make that compromise, or okay, I don't need X, Y, or Z. I'm just happy to be with you, you know. So this is not a very healthy energy. So I just wanted to say that there's definite red flags here for in terms of this person, even though they do feel really positively about you with this Ten of Pentacles. So I wanted to say that, and then we will get into the tarot. And the tarot is going to be like, what are they telling their friends about you? But again, I do think it's really interesting. We have like the truth up here about what's really going on in this connection. All right, what is pile one's? Okay. Right off the bat, it seems like this person is talking about you because we have 3 cards come out together. Okay, we have the Fool. I don't know if I have enough room here. Okay, 1 second. All right, sorry about that, pile one. I had to adjust the camera. Okay, and then we have, we have the Chariot. And the 4 of Pentacles. Okay. Okay, and let's get one more card. Telling my friends about pile one. What is pile one's person? What's pile one's person telling their friends about? Oh my god, okay. Ow, why? Okay, fell on the floor, but we have, ooh, interesting. Okay, we have the 5 of Swords here. All right, so we do have a bit of an interesting story here. So the Fool in Tarot is usually a positive message. It's usually a positive card when it comes out upright. In this reading specifically, I think that this person might be describing you as being naive and or foolish. Like, usually when I see the Fool as like representing your energy or the energy of the viewer, you know, I make a point to mention, like, this person's not saying that you are a fool, that, you know, Spirit's not saying you are being foolish. However, in this case, that might be the truth of the situation, is that this person might be describing you as foolish or naive. The reason why I'm saying that is, you know, is because I don't know that this person has, I don't even know how to describe this. There might be an age difference here, and or this person, if this is something you are not aware of, like if this Mule and Wedge card, if this is coming as a surprise to you, this person might be hiding the part of themselves that feels like they know best, because they don't necessarily want to scare you away, or they might have hid that part of themselves for a while. Like just the part of themselves that might be like very rigid in their beliefs, and like this is coming through as the kind of energy where it's just like they just think that they always have the right answer. They just think that they always know the way things are supposed to go, and there's no room for, like with this, like there's the Mule energy, there's no room for negotiation, there's no room for argument. It could even be the kind of thing where this person might come across as very charming, and in the moment or in front of other people, they might tell you what you want to hear. But the reality of the situation is that they are not actually open to other people's opinions or other people's viewpoints. And they're not actually going to change what they think or what they believe or how they behave, even though they might tell you that they're going to do that. I don't know if how that resonates for you, but I just think like with this like 10 of Pentacles, and then the Mule and the Wedge, and then the Fool card being the first card out here, in terms of how do they talk about you, like this is not giving me good vibes here. So I just wanted to say that like this is a bit of a red flag for me. Even though the energy of the Fool card is not negative in itself. I'm picking up from this person's energy that like they might just have a very rigid worldview, and they might see you as being like foolish or naive for having a different worldview, if that resonates for you. But either way, the basic message of the Fool card is somebody who is carefree, somebody who is excited to go on a new adventure. This is the very first card in the tarot deck, and that might be the reason why I'm kind of getting the idea that this person might be describing you as being a little bit naive, or you might be younger than they are. There might be like a bit of an age difference, where this person might feel like, oh, I'm the authority figure here, whereas, they don't see you as being an authority figure. You're just kind of like coming in as like this young ingenue who like, I'm just excited to be here. I'm excited to see what's out there and like go to new shores. And that's to be honest, that's a very attractive energy. The energy of the Fool is very attractive, and to be fair, that might be why this person has been attracted to your energy. Like as I said, like the Fool has kind of like a carefree, optimistic attitude, and that's very pleasant to be around. If we're going by the story on these cards, starting with the Fool, I'm thinking this might be kind of the energy that you were in when you met this person. Like this might have been their first impression of you, was as being in this like Fool energy. And then we have the Chariot. And the Chariot talks about forward momentum. It can talk about having a sense of purpose, knowing where you want to go on your life's path, on your life's journey, being like very focused and driven and a little bit ambitious. And that's kind of driving me to, I celebrate everything I achieve. There might have been a point of time in this connection where both of you wanted the exact same things out of the connection, but also if this is what this person's telling their friends about you, they're describing you as, like, even if this is a story that ends at the Five of Swords, at one point in time they were describing you as you both were on the same page in terms of what you wanted out of this connection. Like you're very much in alignment in terms of like what is the purpose of this connection. They might have been saying like, oh, I found, this perfect person who is, they're a little bit naive, they're a little bit, I don't want to use this word. They're a little bit moldable is what I'm hearing. Like malleable. They're there and they have like fun ideas. It's exciting to be around this person, and and I can really see us kind of achieving the future that like this might be the person for me, or You know, like it's that kind of progression of like, almost like I found this person, I found pile one and I can direct them where I want them to go. To be honest, to be like totally honest, if this is not resonating for you, this is probably not your pile, because this is coming through as controlling behavior. And then like, this is telling a story. Somebody who is easily manipulated, I can get them on the same page so that we're heading in the same direction towards the things that I want to achieve in this relationship. And then we have the Four of Pentacles, security, stability. This is like the point in the connection or the relationship where this person has you locked down. Listen, maybe there's a way to interpret this where these are all positive messages, but with these two cards and this Five of Swords here, I'm just getting the sense that this person does want to control you. Because, again, they have a very specific idea of the outcome they want for this connection. And they're not willing to compromise. It's like what you want for this connection doesn't even factor in. They're trying to separate you from something that you want. And they're not willing to change. So again, like this is like, I found somebody I can manipulate. I've put us on the same path towards the things that I want out of this relationship. I've locked them into this relationship and I feel secure about my position in this relationship. Again, whether it was romantic or not, like this could even be a friend. I've had a friend like this, absolutely. And I didn't realize at the time, exactly how manipulative she was, and the way that, and I don't know that it was malicious or something that she was doing intentionally, but in hindsight, I can definitely identify with this energy. And it was like getting to a place where, with the Four of Pentacles, this person that you're thinking about, like, was feeling very secure in the connection, and like this is when they got to the place where they felt like, okay, I can show a little bit of my mule side. I can show a little bit of my uncompromising side. I can let a little bit of my true self out here because I'm feeling secure in the connection. And then we have the Five of Swords. And this this Four of Pentacles might have been when you started to see this person's true colors and you called them out on it. Because this Five of Swords is almost never a positive card. And if this is the fourth card that we have here, especially these three cards came out together, and this is like, when this person was speaking positively about you. And then this card was stubborn, it didn't want to come out, and it fell on the floor. So this, I think, is like how this connection has ended, or where it might currently be, or the future of this connection. This might not have happened yet. You might not be here yet, especially if this mule and wedge energy is kind of a surprise to you. Or maybe this is something that you're starting to suspect. But the Five of Swords talks about being toxic, being really cutthroat. It can talk about being ambitious to the point of climbing over other people, doing whatever it takes to win. And if those are things that this person is telling their friends about you, then, that's a clear message. This relationship has not ended well, whether it was a friendship or a romantic relationship, and this person's telling lies about you. I don't see you being in this energy. I see this as like, I thought I had found somebody I could control, and then when you were like no, no, I don't want this. Like, whatever your idea of the Ten of Pentacles is, maybe like whatever this person's idea of their Ten of Pentacles, maybe you have a very different idea of what your Ten of Pentacles would be like, and you were like, well, I'm not gonna just conform to what you want. you know, or it could have been what I said about the, you know, when this person started feeling really comfortable, they started showing their true colors, and you were like, no, I deserve better than that. You know, I don't want to be controlled. I don't want to separate from my friends. You know, you can't control me like that. And then this, then this person started telling lies about you, about how maybe they were telling people that you were like, I'm hearing the B word and the C word, you know, and that, you know, that you were just like a crazy bee, you know, and you were just, you know, just in it for, you know, if this person has money, or if they have some status, they might have been saying that you were just using them, or they might have made up a lie about your behavior. Maybe they told people that you had cheated or betrayed them or backstabbed them, or you were gossiping about them. It could be any number of things with this Five of Swords, but this is saying that what they're telling their friends about you is that you were toxic, you were cutthroat, you only cared about getting to the top, you only cared about yourself, and you were willing to do whatever it took, and, you know, you might have been... they might be describing you as even to the point of being violent or abusive. And that could all have been a projection. So if this is resonating for you, pile one, I do want to say I think it's a good thing. If you have gotten away from this person, if you are no longer in contact with this person, I think that's a good thing. I think that if you are still in contact with this person and you're just trying to check in to see, like, okay, what are they saying about me? Like, what's the truth here? There are a lot of red flags in this reading. And it might just be an idea to examine your connection with this person. You know, if what I was saying about somebody who's stubborn, and might try to like drive a wedge between you and your friends, or might try to talk you out of things that you know you want and that you know you deserve. If these things are resonating for you as like something you've seen glimpses of from this person, then I think there's a message to pay attention to that, because this is the truth of who this person is. And regardless of their feelings about you, it's like they have like a very specific idea of what they want, and what that is probably somebody that they can control. Yeah, I know that this wasn't like the sunshine and rainbows reading here for you, pile one, but I do hope that it has been helpful and that it has maybe helped give a little bit of insight into what's going on with this person. And with that said, if you like this video, please feel free to give it a like. Please comment down below and let me know whether it resonated for you. If you like my videos and you want to see more from me, you can feel free to subscribe to my channel. And thank you very much for watching pile one, and I do hope to see you in my next video. Hello pile two, and welcome to your reading. If you chose the French fries, this is going to be your reading for today. And I thought it would be fun to do a reading about what is the person on your mind telling their friends about you. And so we're going to do this kind of in two parts. We're going to start with what is the actual truth of this connection. And then we're going to get into the tarot, where we will be seeing what this person is telling their friends about you. So there might be a little bit of a discrepancy. I don't know. We'll see what comes out in the cards. And we are going to start with this first card. This is a tarot card, and this is going to be about the truth of the connection between you and this person. And so we have the Page of Pentacles, which is nice. And this card, the crystal we have here is pyrite. And the affirmation on this card is, I'm open to opportunities for personal growth, which is really nice. You know, I think that the truth of the situation is that I think this person sees their connection with you as an opportunity for personal growth. I think that the two of you are open to learning from each other. I think this person might have already learned a lot by being near you. I'm getting the sense that this person might perceive you as having like a bit of like a healing energy. And if you are somebody who is spiritual and you have a spiritual practice and you've been going through spiritual growth and stuff like that and doing shadow work, etc., this person might be learning about those things from you and really enjoying that learning process. You know, despite whatever else comes out in the cards, like this is the the actual truth of their connection with you. And I do think that they perceive it to be a healing connection, and it is helping them learn and grow. And like the fact that it's a page, and the page is receptive, they're open-minded. I think that this is how they view you. You might be somebody who's like very open-minded, you're always learning, and you're learning about yourself, and I think you're also very committed to learning about the things that you are interested in. And that might be something that this person really likes about your energy. Like, for example, if you discover a new hobby and you're like, I need to read every book on this subject. I need to watch every YouTube video that I can find. And it might be something like almost like a contagious excitement. You know, you might be the type of person, and I'm like this, where I can have certain like hyperfixations, and it's like I need to learn every single thing there is to learn about this thing, because I'm so interested in it, and I want to talk your ear off about this thing that I just got into. So that might be something that resonates for you, and if it is, then I think that this is something that this person really enjoys about you. And if that doesn't quite resonate for you, I think the basic message here is this person likes being around your energy because you are always open to learning and growing, and I think you're helping open this person's mind up to doing their own personal growth, which I think is important. And again, like regardless of what they're telling their friends about you, that's the truth. This is the truth of how this person views you and your connection. And then we have Beryl, which says, ooh, okay, you feel something is lacking in your life, perhaps love, money, or goals. So then I could understand this as being like, why does this person want to spend time around you? You know, and this could be a friendship, it could be a romantic connection, it could be any other type of connection, but again, I was getting the sense, just looking at this Page of Pentacles card, that that this person really likes being around your energy, because I think being around you makes this person feel like, it makes them feel hopeful, because there might be things that are lacking from this person's life, like things that they want, you know, as we're saying, like love, money, or goals, you know, whatever it is. You might be working on manifestations, you might be working on law of attraction, you might have gone through like several spiritual evolutions. I just heard a glow up. You might have gone through a glow up while you're working on your own personal growth, and I think that you are inspiring this person. And I think that on the one hand, I think it is like they're realizing that open to opportunities for personal growth. There are opportunities for personal growth and for achieving the things that they want, that they feel are lacking in their life. And at the same time, being in your energy might draw this person's attention to things that they don't have. And so I don't necessarily know, like I'm picking up positive vibes from this Page of Pentacles, but there could also be an underlying thread of jealousy with this person. If they see you working hard towards bringing things into your life that you want, there might just be a little bit of like, oh, well, it's just drawing my attention to things that I don't have, if that resonates for you. Otherwise, yeah, as I said, I am picking up largely positive vibes here from these two cards, because it's like, I think that, again, like you are helping to open this person's mind to the opportunities that are already in their environment to help bring in the things that they feel are lacking, whether that is love or money or any other thing that they're trying to achieve. And then we have, ooh, okay. We have Broken Ring, which says parting of the ways in either romance or business. And if this is part of the truth of this connection, then there's a chance that you are no longer in contact with this person. And it could have been a romantic connection, parting of the ways in romance, where the truth of the matter might have been you're highlighting, not on purpose, not maliciously, but just because you were working on your own personal growth, it was highlighting for this person their own lack of personal growth, you know, their own, I think that there might have been some feelings of inadequacy or feelings of jealousy that this person had, and they might have let that come between the two of you, if that is something that resonates for you. The other thing is that parting of the ways in business is that this could even have been a connection. First of all, I am getting the sense with the Page of Pentacles. It's like the potential for a commitment that might not have gotten off the ground. So if this was a romantic connection, it might have just been a situationship. It might not have developed into anything more. And it could have been because this person was feeling inadequate, if that resonates for you. And or this could have been a business connection because it's the Page of Pentacles, and Pentacles can be connected with career and money. So this might have been somebody that you were working with, or somebody that you had like a business type of relationship with, or that you were going to start a project with, and they might have bailed on it. And they might have bailed on it again because with this barrel, like there might have been some feeling of inadequacy and or a feeling of jealousy. And what I'm getting is just like, I don't think that, if that's the case, if that is resonating for you, I don't think it has anything to do with anything that you were doing wrong. Like, I just don't think that that's the case. You know, this is the truth of the situation. This is not what this person is telling other people. This is the truth of what happened between the two of you. And again, with the broken ring, I'm thinking there's a good chance that you're no longer in contact with this person, but this could also be if you are still in contact with this person, or if you are still in the kind of the phase where there's potential for something to happen and it hasn't maybe yet materialized. It could be that this person is afraid of abandonment, or afraid that you're going to leave the connection because they're feeling a sense of lack, and they again, this is giving me sense of inadequacy. And if I'm open to opportunities for personal growth, you might be putting this person into an energy where they feel like they have potential to develop the things that they feel are lacking in their life, but they might still be afraid that you're going to leave them because they don't feel like they can match your energy. They feel like they're not on your level. That could be another way to interpret these cards here. So just take whatever resonates. And as always, if none of this is resonating, this might not be your pile. But that's what I'm seeing with these three cards up here. And then we're going to get into the tarot and see, what is this person telling their friends about you? Oh, sorry. The other thing that I noticed that I wanted to mention was we have the Page of Pentacles, so that's PP, and then we have barrel and broken ring, that's two B's. So you or this person might have repeated letters in your name. If not, don't worry about it, but that just might be like an additional confirmation for somebody if you wanted to hear that. With that said, let's get into the tarot. What is pile two's person? Okay. Ooh, okay, we have the Chariot, which is interesting because this card did come out for pile one, even though I was getting a very different energy from pile one's person. So, but there might be messages there for you if you felt drawn to pile one. So we have the Chariot. What is pile two's person told their friends about pile two? Oh, okay. Okay, yeah, we have the Queen of Crystals, which is the Queen of Pentacles. That's pile two's person. Okay. Ooh, lovely. Okay, we have the Magician, which fully, all of these cards so far are confirming what I was picking up about your energy and about how this person feels about you. Okay. What has pile two's person told their friends about pile two's spirit? Oh my goodness. Okay. I can't take this many cards. Okay. Yeah, a whole bunch of cards flew out. Spirit team up. No, okay. What has pile two's person? Okay. Oh, still too many. Okay. Pile two's person. Okay. Oh, I love it. Okay, we have the Sun. lots of major arcana, and then we have this Queen of Crystals, which is the Queen of Pentacles. You might be an earth sign, sun, moon, or rising, however that resonates. Just take it if it resonates, otherwise don't worry about it. And then we have the Chariot associated with Cancer. We have the Magician, which I believe is associated with Mercury. I could be wrong about that. And then we have the Sun, which is associated with Leo. So those could be your signs, sun, moon, or rising. And I want to say, like, when I was pulling your fourth card and a bunch of cards kept falling out, I saw both the 10 and 9 of Cups. So, and I did ask, do you want me to take the 10 of Cups? And I heard no. Do you want me to take the 9 of Cups? I heard no. And then the Sun came out. So definitely, I think that this person's not bad-mouthing you. They're not saying anything negative about you. Regardless of whatever happened here, I think if you are no longer in contact with this person, it is likely that they might have run away because they were feeling inadequate. Regardless of how fair that was to you or not, this broken ring could just be there because they might be feeling like you're a little bit too good to be true, and they might be afraid that you're gonna abandon them because they feel like they're lacking. Like I'm getting the sense like they feel like they can't bring as much to the table as you are, and you know, obviously doing that self-esteem work is part of their journey, you know, that they would need to take on. And they might be doing that with this Page of Pentacles. I am open to opportunities for personal growth. They might be doing that. That might be something that you are helping them do. And particularly with the Sun here and the connection to the solar plexus, which is connected to self-esteem, that might be something that you are helping them do. So, again, just take that however it resonates. But this person, with all this energy here, this person's feeling very positive about you, and they're telling their friends all good things about you. There is nothing negative here. I think that they're just like raving about you. And so we have the Chariot, which says discipline and determination. And definitely I could see that being, you know, like with the Page of Pentacles here, like I just think that that this person sees you as, and the 7 is also associated with spirituality. And I think that this person just sees you as like being so amazing, like your disciplined determination and determined in terms of going after your goals, and in terms of your spiritual development, and in terms of like just, and it's like I'm getting the sense it's like both in terms of like your work ethic when it comes to your job or anything you're working on or your creative projects, like maybe what I was saying about you know, really throwing yourself into, like if you have a hyperfixation or you have like a hobby that you just like, when you discover something that you love, it's like I'm gonna go after it, I'm gonna learn everything I can about it, and I'm gonna, you know, you might be talking this person's ear off about the thing that makes you feel passionate, but I think they love it when you do that. I think that as I was saying, it's like contagious excitement. It's like because you're so into it, it's like they're like, I could listen to you talk about this all day, you know, because your excitement makes me feel excited, you know, and your hopefulness about the future and your willingness to work on yourself make me feel like I can be hopeful about my future, and like, you know, there's possibilities for me too. And again, that's a really attractive energy to be around. And I think that, you know, this person sees it like the Chariot, like they feel like you have a sense of purpose in terms of where you're going. And this is what they're like, I'm getting the sense this person is 100% honest with their friends about how they feel about you. And how they feel about you is that you have a sense of purpose and direction in your life that is probably being led by your spiritual growth and your personal growth, however that resonates for you. And I think they're really like kind of in awe of that. And they see you being like really disciplined and determined, and I think that's inspiring for them. And then with the Queen of Pentacles here, first of all, with the association with Pentacles, you might be self-employed, or you might have a side business or be starting your business. However that resonates for you, that could be an association with the Queen of Pentacles. And if that is, I think this person is like, again, like really kind of in awe of the courage and determination that it takes to start a business or start a creative project, because they might not have the confidence to do that themselves, but they see you having the confidence. And I think that that is very inspiring to them. And I think that they also see you as this has comfort and prosperity. I think they also see you as somebody who is nurturing and like safe. You're a safe person for this person that we're talking about. I think that they feel really safe around your in your presence, and you're coming through as being like very nurturing, like just a nurturing energy. I think I did say that, like this person feels really good in your energy. You have like a healing energy. And I don't know if they would say that to their friends in those words, you know, but I'm the way they would describe a Queen of Pentacles, and this is regardless of your gender or their gender, the way they would describe you as a Queen of Pentacles is you are genuine, you are the real deal, you are making things happen for yourself, and you are somebody that they can count on. You are somebody that they can rely on. And again, that's a very positive thing, and I'm getting a sense this is them telling the truth about how they feel about you. And then we have the Magician, and this one says willpower and creation. And so with discipline, determination, prosperity, and willpower, like you're definitely making things happen for yourself in your life, and that is how this person sees you. And with the Magician, it's like you might do manifestation work and law of attraction work, and that again, it might be like opening this person's mind to opportunities, and to opportunities to bring in love, money, and other things for themselves. And you know, if this is a romantic connection and you are not yet in a relationship with this person, it might definitely be because they don't feel like they can match your energy, regardless of how accurate that is, just because this person feels so positive about you. And they're like raving to their friends about you. Although I am getting the sense that for some of you, this is either like a platonic connection, or it is a platonic connection that might have a potential to be something more. And you might be like waiting for this person to step up or to level up in some way, or to follow your lead in some way, if that resonates for you. I think for some of you this is platonic, and for some of you this is platonic with the potential for more, and for some of you this is a romantic connection or a situationship where the other person might be coming through in this reading today to just say, like, they're in awe of you. They think you're amazing. They're telling their friends, like, that, you know, pile 2 is like the most amazing person they've ever met, you know, but they might not feel like they can live up to that, whether that's something they have expressed to you or not. I think that of all the people in this person's life, you are probably one of the people that they would feel safe expressing that to, but that might not be something that they're comfortable doing yet, if that resonates for you. So anyway, with the Magician, as I was saying, you might be like working on manifestations and things like that. And if you are, I think that like this person's just talking about how like you have the ability to do anything. You have the ability to create anything. You can attract anything into your life. And the Magician, it's like it almost seems like magic, you know. And you might literally practice magic, in which case I think that that is something that this person definitely talks to their friends about. But I think they're doing it in like a way in which it is interesting, and not like, again, I don't think that they're bad-mouthing you. I think they're raving about you. But they could be talking about that with their friends. Like you might be, if this resonates, you might be one of the only people that they know who practices spirituality, in which case I think that they find it's like something interesting about you that I think they like, because it's also helping them open their mind. And then we have the Sun. And I will say, I do want to reiterate, those 2 Cups cards did try to come out, and then they weren't quite how this person wanted to talk about you. And so that way I would interpret it, it's like the Ten of Cups, like complete emotional fulfillment. You're everything this person wants in a relationship, whether that's romantic or platonic. Nine of Cups, wish fulfillment, something they've been trying to manifest, something that they really, really want. It's like the ultimate wish fulfillment. But those cards didn't come out. And when I asked about them, I was told no. And that kind of is giving me this, again, like a confirmation, reiteration of the idea, this person might not feel worthy. They are thinking those things about you, but they don't want to tell their friends about that yet because they might be feeling a little bit inadequate. And they might not want to look foolish or silly, or they might just not want to jinx it by like saying this person is the person of my dreams. You know, it's obviously in a romantic sense, if that resonates. You know, like they might not want to, even like if this is somebody who has a crush on you, which I could totally see that being the case, they might not want to tell their friends about that crush just in case you don't feel the same way, if that resonates. That's kind of the idea that I'm getting. Even like, honestly, even if you are in a romantic relationship with this person, they just might not want to say it out loud because they might be feeling inadequate. And then we have the Sun, and the Sun is like vitality, joy. It's like the Sun is bright, positive, hopeful, and very fun. And I think that's again like a reiteration of the idea of like contagious excitement. And like I think that you like this person describes you to their friends as somebody who's so much fun to be around, and just like a joy, like you bring joy into their life. Again, whether they would articulate it that way or not, that's like the gist of what they're saying. Like they love hanging out with you. You're so much fun to be around. And it's like you just bring light and positivity into this person's life. And I'm being drawn to this. It almost looks like this page is like holding up this pentacle and there's like a sunbeam coming down on them. It's like you're just like a ray of sunshine in this person's life. And I think they really love that. Again, it's like it's just a reiteration. This person loves being in your energy. I think you bring a really healing energy to them. And it might be something that I just heard, like you shed light on their shadows, and they might not necessarily be like ready and willing to face that just yet, but it's like, it's almost like they see you as being like this ascended being, which is like, on the one hand, that's great. It's really nice to hear that somebody's saying really good things about you and feels really positively about you. And at the same time, they might be putting you on a pedestal, and that might be something that, is not necessarily the healthiest thing. Like it might be something that where you're just like, I wish you wouldn't put me on this pedestal, because I'm just a Page of Pentacles. Like I'm just open to opportunities for personal growth. I'm just showing up and doing my best. I'm no like, like I'm not like an ascended master, like I'm just a person, and I want to meet you on the level ground, because you're also just a person and I like being around you. Like that might be something that you're thinking, I don't want to be on this pedestal because I don't want to have like this separation, I want us to be kind of on the same level. And I think that this person is recognizing and responding to that. And at the same time, I think that they might not just, you might just be like the only person in their life, who makes them feel this way. And I don't know that they could stop themselves from putting you on a pedestal right now. So with that said, I think that is where I'm going to leave the reading. Pile 2, I do hope that this has been helpful and at least maybe shed some insight into the situation and to how this person is thinking and how they're feeling right now. I think I love that it's mostly a positive message for you, Pile 2. Even if you're no longer in contact with this person, like just to know that they only have positive things to say about you, and that might be a bittersweet thing, again, if you are no longer in contact with this person, but just to have some insight into how they're feeling and what they're thinking, I think hopefully that has been helpful for you to hear. And with that said, thank you very much for watching. If you liked the video, please feel free to give it a like. Please comment down below and let me know how this resonated for you. If you like my videos and you want to see more from me, you can feel free to subscribe to my channel. And thank you again for watching Pile 2, and I do hope to see you in my next video. Hello Pile 3, and welcome to your reading. If you chose the hot dog, this is going to be your reading for today, where we are going to take a look at what is the person on your mind, what have they told their friends about you. And I thought that it would be interesting to do it in kind of two parts, where we're first going to take a look at what is the truth of the situation between you and this person. So like, what is the truth about how they feel about you, and get a look into that. And then in the tarot, we're going to take a look at what have they been telling their friends about you, and see if there's any kind of extra insight, or maybe there might be a discrepancy between the two things, and hopefully that will be able to provide some helpful messages for you. So with that said, we are going to start with this card. It is a tarot card, but this is a tarot card meant to represent the truth of the situation. So, okay, we have the World, and this card is associated with titanium quartz, which actually looks really cool. I don't know if I've ever seen that crystal before. That's really cool. And the affirmation on this card says, "I celebrate life and welcome new energy." And I'm being drawn to how colorful and vibrant this card is. And the World also represents, because it is the last of the major arcana, it represents when we are in a phase of our life where we're kind of closing out one cycle and we're ready to begin a new cycle. Looks like we're at the final major arcana. We're going to start back again at the Fool. So that might represent your energy and how this person sees you. With "I celebrate life and welcome new energy," that might be representative of your energy. This person might see you as being very vibrant. You might be somebody who might be in an energy right now where you're at a phase in your spiritual development where you're practicing gratitude a lot and celebrating the things that you do have in your life. You might be doing that as like a manifestation technique, and or just that might just be part of your spiritual journey, is to get to a place where you feel like you are content with where you are in your life, and you're welcoming new energy. So at the same time, you're being receptive to starting a new cycle and bringing new things in towards you, and that energy is very attractive in terms of manifestation, and it's also very attractive to be around. So those things might resonate for you. The other way that I could interpret that in this spread, in terms of what is the truth of your connection with this person, it could be that, okay, so I have a couple of different interpretations. First of all, this could be something that's related to pregnancy, if that resonates for you, because it's "I celebrate life and welcome new energy." There could be a connection there. Just only take that if that resonates for you. Otherwise, it may seem like this connection between you and this person might be in a transitional phase. So it could be like you're moving from one stage of the connection into another, or the connection is changing, or the dynamic is shifting, maybe because of spiritual work that you have been doing, or something, maybe an external circumstance, or maybe it's just, if this is somebody that you are involved with romantically, it could be that you're like ready to kind of move up into the next phase of the relationship, or a next level of commitment, however that resonates for you. Or this could be saying, through nobody's fault, or it could be through somebody's fault, but the energy of the World card would tell me, through nobody's fault, this connection might be coming to a close, because it is the final major arcana. It talks about the end of a cycle, and an ending when it comes to a relationship might be saying, like, it's like the energy of the World might be saying people are kind of like naturally growing apart, but it's not necessarily a devastating thing, in terms of, like, it's kind of a bittersweet energy, because it might be that one or the both of you kind of recognizes it might be time to move on into the next thing. We're celebrating life. It's like we can celebrate the connection that we've had for what it was, and we can be ready to move into something new and welcome a new energy into our life. So those are kind of the initial interpretations I have with this card. Obviously, we will get further context as we get further in. And then the other thing that I want to say is I'm seeing like these look like lotus flowers, and there's crystals here. You might be developing like your psychic powers in some way. If that resonates for you, you might work with crystals. But the lotus flower in particular, I think, is connected with the crown chakra. So you just might be very connected to spirit, and that might be something that that this person can recognize about you. And this would even say, like, again, this kind of giving me the sense of people growing apart because one of you is going through a spiritual ascension, and it's like just recognizing it might be time to move on from this connection. If that resonates for you, I want to say if none of these interpretations have resonated, we will get further context in the cards, but if none of the interpretations that I give are resonating for you, and you felt drawn to one of the other piles, there might be messages there for you, because each pile today has been distinctly different, a different energy. So again, if this isn't resonating for you, it might not be your pile. But I wanted to say that. And then the last thing before we move into the next card is there's a bird here as well, and I'm being drawn to that. Birds might be important spiritual messengers for you. They might be like a sign that your spirit guides send you a lot, and only take that if it resonates. But birds are also symbols of freedom because birds can fly, and they can fly everywhere. So there is a certain sense of being like willing to untether yourself from something and just fly free. Again, I would just take that however it resonates. So for further context, we have, ooh, okay, beautiful. We have Diamond, which says you'll be receiving a precious gift. And I could see that, you know, if my interpretation of the World card as being like the end of one phase of this connection and we're moving into a different iteration of the connection, like for example, if you're going through a relationship milestone, I could see that being related to this Diamond card. It could be related to what I said about pregnancy, if that resonates for you. It could be related to like Diamond, like you know, there might be a proposal in the future. I don't know. Because the World does talk about endings. There's also a feeling of fulfillment and contentment that I associate with this card. It's like, as I was saying, there might be like a bit of a bittersweet energy, but the World is not. It's not like a painful ending. You know what I mean? So that's why I'm giving the interpretations. It could be like something that you want, like a change in the relationship in a way that you want to happen, moving from one phase to the next, and it's a natural progression. And this could even be saying you might be the one. It says you'll be receiving or giving a precious gift. You might be the one who's ready to propose to your partner. And if that's the case, then you know, then we'll see what comes out in the cards in terms of what have they told their friends about you. But like that's a beautiful place to be, and I think there's connection on the colors of these cards. This is like this like pink yellowy energy is very lovely, and there's flowers on this card as well. And flowers, symbols of fertility, and roses particularly, obviously associated with romantic love. And then we have yellow flowers, I believe, are a symbol of friendship. So again, I think this is like largely a positive message. And if you were resonating with what I was saying about maybe being ready to, like, drifting apart from this person and being ready to move on to something new, that might be related to you know, just take whatever is a general reading. Just take whatever interpretation resonates the most for you. But if this is someone where you feel like you've been growing apart and you're kind of like ready to kind of move on to the next thing, with receiving or giving a precious gift, I would say that this might be a reassurance from Spirit that there's nothing to worry about and that you are heading towards something better, regardless of whether that is with this person or not. So I just wanted to give that interpretation as well. And then we have... Ooh, okay. We have Boot, which says, increase your efforts if you want to achieve your goals. Okay. Okay. So I just heard step up or ship out. So there might be an energy or something going on here where one or the other of you might be waiting for the other person to, how do I express this, to increase their efforts, show up more to the connection, make more of an effort in the connection. You might be like waiting for somebody to step towards you. You might be like on the verge of being ready to move on, and you're just kind of like waiting to see if this person's gonna come back towards you, if that resonates, or it could be like you might be waiting for proposal, waiting for this person to, you know, to kind of I don't know, like show up and maybe like prove themselves that they want this with you. If that resonates for you, that could be a reason why we have this here. And then this could also just be saying like your connection with this person might be on the verge of moving into the next phase, and there might be a message here from Spirit that one or the other of you just needs to keep going to you know what I mean? And this affirmation, it says, I celebrate life and welcome new energy. That could even be advice from your spirit guides of like how to get what you want out of this situation. Whether that is something that involves this person or not. Like if you're trying to close out a cycle where you're moving on from this person, being in an open and receptive energy to new connections because Spirit's trying to give you a gift, that might be something that Spirit is telling you, but they want you to increase your efforts in that regard. And or if this is something you want to get to the next level with somebody that you are in a connection with, again, so it's like, I am interpreting this to be romantic, but this could also be like a friendship where it's like, you might have clearly expressed what you need out of this connection with this person, and you're just kind of like waiting to see whether they're going to step up or not. In which case, if they do or if they don't, it's still going to be a gift because it's going to be information. And then you can make a decision about how you want to move forward. If that resonates for you. Again, if none of this is resonating for you, this might not be your pile, but that's kind of what I'm seeing. Is that like, this is the truth of the situation you are currently in. And now we're going to get the tarot cards and we're going to see what has this person been telling their friends about you and telling their friends about your connection. We'll see if there's any discrepancy. And again, I want to reiterate, like piles 1 and 2 are both very different from this pile and very different from each other. So if you felt drawn to them, there might be messages there for you as well. So, right. What is pile 3's person been telling their friends about pile 3? What has pile 3's person been telling? Okay, we have. Okay. This, I believe, is the King of Cups. It's hard to tell with this deck because it doesn't say the suit on it, so I kind of have to interpret that. I believe this is the King of Cups. There's a cup right there. What is pile? Okay. Ooh, okay, we have the Knight of Swords, which right off the bat would tell me, oh, a couple of, I'm getting intuitive messages here. Okay, I was going to say right off the bat would tell me that this person's probably being honest about how they feel about you, to the point of being brutally honest. So I don't know if that's what you wanted to hear, but that is something that is coming through. Okay, what is pile 3's person telling their friends about? Okay. Oh, okay, that's way too many cards. But this one did want to come out. This is the Sun. And this card did come out for pile 2. So if you felt drawn to pile 2, there might be messages there for you. Okay. Oh my god. Okay. Okay, half the deck tried to come out, but one card did fall onto the desk. So we have the High Priestess here. So definitely a lot of big feelings. And the appearance of the High Priestess would also tell me that, you know, if this is how this person is describing you, then it definitely would take the interpretation that I was giving with the World card about you having gone through like a spiritual ascension. It's like you are constantly spiritually up-leveling and very connected with your, like just like a highly spiritual being. And I think that that is something that this person is talking, they're telling their friends about that, is that your interest in spirituality, and how that makes them feel. I don't think this person is bad-mouthing you. I don't think that they're making up lies about you. But it's this Knight of Swords that's giving me a little bit of pause. But I do think this could be something that if if you're interested in continuing to have a relationship with this person, again, whether that is romantic or platonic, I'm thinking this could be, with the boot energy here of increase your efforts if you want to achieve your goals, you can get what you want out of this situation. You can have the type of relationship that you would want to have with this person. I think that is something that is very possible because, for example, Pile 2's person was kind of putting them up on a pedestal, and it's hard to have like an equal relationship with somebody who just doesn't kind of like, who's kind of refusing to see us as a human being, you know? This person, they see you as like a very highly spiritually evolved person, but they still see you as a person, you know, and like the world, like they see you in your totality, you know, flaws and all, right? And they're still feeling very positive about you. But what I'm noticing is, first of all, with the King of Cups, definitely I think if this is a romantic connection, this person has deep feelings for you. If it's not romantic, this person still has deep feelings for you. and like not romantic feelings, but I think, you know, in the King of Cups, it definitely would be a communication to me that there's a lot of, like, there's a strong emotional connection between you and this person. This could be somebody that you have like a soul level connection with. I think that if this is how this person is describing you to their friends, they see you as somebody who is, you're very emotionally mature. And that might be something that you've been working on. That might be part of your spiritual practice, is learning how to process your emotions, learning how to communicate clearly about how you feel, and, you know, being willing to have like open and honest communications about emotions. And the King of Cups is also somebody who's a great person to be in any kind of relationship with, because they're like loving and compassionate and empathetic and nurturing. You know, the King of Cups is a great person, like a great shoulder to cry on. You probably, if you're somebody who's into hugs, you probably give great hugs. You probably give fantastic advice, especially about emotional situations. And I think that this person really appreciates that about you. I think that's the first it's the first card that's out here. And I think that with the fact that we have kind of a deer type figure with antlers, with like a candelabra, is giving me the idea that you might also help kind of illuminate this person's feelings for them, like help them recognize their own emotions, however that resonates for you. And then we have this Knight of Swords, and again, like, this is giving me, this person sees you, they truly see you for who you are, and they're very honest with their friends about what they see in your connection, because the Knight of Swords always tells the truth. Even if it's like the Knight of Swords is not terribly concerned about hurting other people's feelings, even though the King of Cups is very much like, I'm gonna make sure that I don't say anything that's gonna be hurtful. The Knight of Swords doesn't have that same compulsion. You know, they're just like, I have to express something, you know, and I just got to get it out there. And so, but my initial interpretation of this Knight of Swords is just honesty. Like, again, this person's very honest, but it's like, it's honest also about the red flags. And the reason I'm saying that is there's literally red flags on this card. And so, like, I'm not saying that this person is seeing red flags in you because you're doing anything wrong. But there might be just like certain practicalities, certain like just maybe like one or two things that come through as maybe a little bit of incompatibility between you and this person, even though the feelings are very deep here. And I think that they might be going to their friends for advice on like what to do if there's an issue, or if there's something like just some little flags coming up for this person and they're just like maybe not sure how to proceed. That's kind of the intuitive feeling I'm getting from this Knight of Swords appearing here. Because I really think that this person wants to make their connection with you work. And they know that they can go to you for advice, and particularly relationship advice. King of Cups very good at that. But this, I think, is something that they don't, like, because it's about you, they don't want to bring it to you, if that makes sense. Even though that might be like the best way to handle it, because, you know, if the person describing you as a King of Cups, they know that, and even the High Priestess here, like they know that you are somebody that they can trust to talk about this kind of stuff with. But again, I'm just getting the sense that because it's about you, they don't want to bring it up to you until they kind of run it by their other friends first, if that resonates for you. And then the message of the Sun card, the Sun and the High Priestess and this King of Cups here is what is giving me this idea. And it's sort of like the world and like this is giving me the idea this person wants to make this work because they feel very positively about you and about like they can see like a bright future with you. You know, regardless of your feelings here, we're talking about this person's feelings. But with the boot here of increase your efforts if you want to achieve your goals, there just might be like something that's kind of giving them a little bit of pause, and they're kind of running it by their friends. That's what I'm seeing here, because the Sun talks about, you know, if this is how this person's talking about you, they're talking about how much fun you are. They're talking about how they love being in your energy. They're talking about like, they just see like you make them feel happy. You know, the Sun is joyous, it's bright, it's free. There's a sense of freedom. And it's, you know, if we are talking about a romantic relationship, the Sun card talks about just being in this person's energy, just like, you know, it's when it's like having the time of your life with somebody else, you know. And this could even be saying, like, if this person's kind of noticing red flags or whatever, it could just be, it's like the foreboding joy, you know, it's like when things seem too good to be true, and this person might be worried that things are going to come crashing down just because, you know, they have this beautiful, bright feeling when they're with you. But I mean, the combination of these cards is saying that like, this person is talking highly about you, and they're genuinely being very honest about how they feel when they talk to their friends about you. And again, I did talk about the High Priestess, and I think this is just a confirmation with all this, like the imagery on this World card, and you know, being in an energy where you celebrate life and welcome new energy, like that is like a spiritually kind of evolved energy, and I think that they recognize your connection to spirit and to your spirituality, and I think they see you as I was saying, like you might be developing your psychic abilities right now, and I think that this person might be talking to their friends about that, because you might be the only person that they know who's so in touch with your spirituality. You might be the only person they know, you know, who clearly expresses your psychic gifts, you know, and I think it's something that they value about you, and I think it might also be something that you know, might be a little bit baffling to them, to be honest. It might not be, they might be a more practical energy, and it might just be like they don't really get it, but they can see kind of maybe the positive effect it has had on your life, and they're like, well, I can accept that, you know. But if that is something that that is like, if they're not very spiritual and they're not really interested in that, and it is a big part of your life, then that might also be coming up as like one of these flags where they're just like, well, you know, pile 3 is so highly spiritual and they're so into their spirituality, and I'm not really into that. So like, you know, can we make this work, etc. But I mean, at the end of the day, like they know these feelings are real, and they feel really positive about you. You just make them feel really good. Being in your energy makes them feel really good. And I was drawn to these like pinks and yellows here of like bright, vibrant energy. The flowers, springtime, summertime, being out in the sunshine. Like that's how this person feels around your energy. And honestly, it might be up to them to kind of get their ass in gear, you know, and, I think that if this has resonated for you so far, I think that it's likely this person's going to come to a place when, you know, when they talk to their friends and get whatever their friend's advice is, when they like, I think they are going to get to a place where they realize that you cannot move into the next phase until they talk to you. You know, you guys got to have a conversation about this, I think, in order to complete this cycle in the world and can continue on in the energy of the Fool, which I think would be a very positive thing. The Fool is a very positive card, and it's almost like an energy of, let's put these doubts to rest, because the energy of the Fool is carefree. We don't need to bring our doubts or worries with us where we're going into the next phase, into the next cycle, if that resonates for you. And if you were resonating with what I was saying, the other interpretation I gave, in terms of just kind of naturally growing apart from somebody, and maybe because of the spiritual work that you're doing, then I think it's likely that this, as I was saying, like, this person does not blame you. They don't fault you. And they are being honest about how they feel, and like, literally, this is just an honest story about having deep feelings. Again, whether that's platonic or not, you know, it's just like feeling really deeply connected to somebody, being honest, like saying your authentic truth, whether that's something somebody wants to hear or not, you know, just being true to yourselves, feeling really good about being in somebody's energy and having a lot of fun together and positive memories, and then being very connected to spirit, and maybe just having like an intuitive sense that it might be time to move on, might be time to let go. And that doesn't mean that we didn't have something valuable. It doesn't mean that these feelings weren't real. It doesn't mean we don't have positive memories. It's just sometimes people grow apart, and you know, that's part of life, and it can be sad, and it can also be something where it's like, we'll always have the memories, and that's something that can never be taken away from us. So, you know, so there are two different interpretations. As always, I said, you know, it's a general reading, so just take whichever interpretation resonates the most for you. But I do hope that this reading has offered some insight for you, Pile 3. And if you did like the video, please feel free to give it a like. Please comment down below and let me know whether this resonated for you or not. If you like my videos, you want to see more from me, you can feel free to subscribe to my channel. And with that said, thank you very much for watching Pile 3, and I do hope to see you in my next video.